Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. Why Let's Build videos and what they're about? Well, I take a model kit and I'll show you guys how to build it. Sometimes it's a very simple model, sometimes it's a bit more complicated. If there's any areas of concern on the sprue, as in things are numbered differently on the sprue to they are on the instructions, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's any fiddly bits that you need to be careful of when snipping them from the sprue or when you're cleaning them down, again, this, heads up. Sometimes there are bits on the model that you put together that are very, very confusing when you're looking at it. The instructions aren't very clear, but then, I do it and you guys can see how it's done. It's nice and easy for you. If you suffer with dyslexia or if you just struggle with instructions in general, again, this is a visual way to help you out. If you're interested in models from a particular army, to start a new army, or if you have that army but you're not sure about how to build those guys, again, this is a visual way to help you guys out. For all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. So today I thought I'd squeeze these guys in. Disciples of Zench, Blue Horrors. Yeah, this is Age of Sigmar on the front, but it's Age of Sigmar or 40k. And there's 20 models in this box, 10 horrors and 10 of these brimstone horrors, which are absolutely fantastic. And I think the paint job for them would be absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to pop the box open and get everything out so we can have a look at the sprue and everything else. As always, I'll have a look at the stat lines and everything. So with the blue horrors and with the brimstone horrors. So both movement 6, weapon skill 5. So in close combat, a hit of 5+. It's not that great, but it's still okay. 4+ on blister skill, which is no. Oh, they do have the range weapon. Strength 2 of the blue horrors and strength 1 of the brimstone horror. They're both toughness 3, so they're not that great at all. 1 wound apiece, 1 attacker piece. Leadership 5 and leadership 4. A 6+ save and a 4+ save. 6+ save and a 5+ save. Now, the images, that's the demonic save, but anyway. So horrors have a ranged attack, it's 18 inches, assault 2, which is not too bad. They get +1 to their strength, so it becomes strength 3. -1 APs, 1 damage apiece, so it's not that great. For me, because in the codex, 40k codex at the moment for demons, you can have pink horrors, which then split into blue horrors. Or you can have unit blue horrors. So even if you took a unit of blue horrors, they're pretty good to take objective. Just sit and hold the objective and just earn you points on the objective. But for those of you that play AOS, here's the stat line for them. I have no idea what any of that means. I imagine that's 5 inches movement. Imagine that's 6+ armor save. There's a little key at the bottom here. Okay, so that's bravery. Bravery 10. Wounds 1. That's a ranged attack to have. And that's their immediate melee attack. So if you know what these means, that's for you. Brimstone horrors. Same sort of stuff. Anyway, I've had a little look at these the instructions for these, and it's very, very, very smartly done again, I must say. So anyway, for everyone that's new, what we do now is tools needed as usual. Mold line scraper. Now some people use a hobby knife or some sort of surgical blade. That's cool, but if you're using a bladed tool, just be careful because it's sharp and you don't want anyone to escape by accident and let people know you're using it. Clippers, most useful part of our kit. Now I have sanding sponge. This is actually sanding block that I've cut down into little strips, which is basically sponge with sandpaper. Okay, comes in 2 different forms. This is sanding sponge. This is a sanding block. It's more solid. Either one can be used. You'll find them in a hardware shop, somewhere between the wallpaper and the sandpaper. Sometimes it's with the sandpaper, sometimes it's in between the two. It's very, very cheap. It's plastic kit, so plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand just in case. Now, for everyone that's new, what we do now is we look at the sprue and we can try and ascertain what we can see, so to make our lives a little bit easier. Now, I can see the Brimstone Horrors. By the looks of them, they come as a set of 2 per base, which is not that difficult to do. It's pretty straightforward. And the same some more on this one. Now, as usual, we've got like half a head there with a foot. Yeah, we've got an arm there with that side. We've got this small body here, which is half a body. I imagine another arm or something, a head goes on the other side. That's pretty much it. We've got arms as well. I'm not going too much into it because I normally do go into good detail on the sprue. I've had a look at the instructions and it's very cleverly done. If you like the way the plague bearers are built, you know, that's very good. This is probably as easy as the pink horrors, I'd say. It's a big bag of bases, so they all have 25mm bases by the looks of it. So I'm going to finish getting set up and I'm going to come back to you for the first pieces. So first up, I'm going to start with a small sprue and I'm going to snip all of the Brimstone Horrors off. Now, as you can see, they have a few connection points to the sprues. Just be careful when you're taking them off. I'd imagine that they have a flat piece on the foot. So I'm going to snip those off, clean those down. Again, when you clean these guys down, sanding sponge and that comes in perfectly handy because you can get into little nicks and grooves without damaging too much of them. So I'm going to come back to you. Well, actually, I'm going to snip them up. They just snip off and glue straight to the base. So I'm going to snip them off and glue them down and glue straight to this base. And then I'll come back to you for the next pieces. Most of the brimstones are done. Nice and easy. Yeah, one thing I would say is when you're taking them from the sprue, make sure you've snipped every part before you try to remove them, because I nearly broke one in half where it was still connected at one point. My mistake. Now, this is one of those builds where I don't need to show you everything because it's that simple. I'm going to talk you through the first one and show you the first one, but it's very, very simple. So the first one, we need parts number 1, number 2, and number 3. Every single blue horror has 3 parts. So the first one is 1, 2, and 3. The second one is 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27. 28, 29, 30. It's that simple. So I'm going to snip the first 3 pieces off. And again, so there's the first one, 1, 2, 3. Next one's on the other sprue. Find them. There's number 4. 5, 6. Yeah. And then, yeah, 7, 8, 9. So they all clump together, which is actually really simple. Yeah, I don't need to show you all of this. Bear in mind, when you do yours, do the Brimstone Horrors first. You have all those off the sprue, so there's less to panic about. So anyway, I'm going to cut the 3 pieces off that I need. I'm going to clean them down, and I'm going to come back and show you how they glue together. Right, so it's very simple. So you've got this little groove here. You've got this flat groove here. Let's focus. That basically just slides on to there. Sorry, that just whiffed it off camera there. That slides on to there. Okay, so there's 2 little tentacles coming through his back of his head. Let me just whack a bit of glue on there to sort it out. Stop it falling off on me. Yeah. Then straight away, one problem with this model is the point of contact on the base. It's very, very small. Just noticed that bit I missed there. Snipped up if I go any further. What I would suggest with this is super glue to the base. Or you could, if you have a hot glue gun, put a dab of hot glue there and then hot glue them to the base, and then a couple of minutes away when it's dry, when you put them to the base, I push them down to the base so the hot glue bursts out underneath him, and then when that's dry, get some super glue and run some super glue over the hot glue, and then texture your base. When that's all dry, texture your base as normal and everything else, and then it should be grand. It should be 100%. So I'm going to clean that little piece off that I missed. Let's put a sprue hanging off his chest there, and then I'll come back to you for the last piece. Right, so the last piece, when you actually look at this piece, there's all the tails here. That's what you want. That goes on his back. Okay, so you got a little groove under there. There's a little weird bit there. So just get some glue on that, actually. Just get it nice and easy. So that literally just sits on top of him there. I can actually get the angle right. Of course, it's very fiddly. When it goes on, it's worth the payout. Now we have the first blue horror. Absolutely fantastic. As I said before, guys, let's say I didn't notice the bit on his chest that I missed, yeah, and I glued them together, and then afterwards I oh no, look, I've missed that bit. It doesn't matter. Wait for all the glue to dry, then come back with clippers and your mold line scraper and your sanding sponge. Same way, if there's a little casting line that I've missed, when it's all dry, I'll come back and do the same thing again. Just clean it up. Now, the rest of the guys they're very much the same. It's either two body parts. I'm going to show you the instructions here. It's so simple. So that's the first one we've just done. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So the next one is 4, 5, 6. Again, look. So you put these two bits together first, 5 and 6, and then 4 goes on top. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Again, 8 and 9 go together, and the 7 goes on top. It's absolutely. I think if I'd sat there and just done the whole lot of them, it'd be a waste of time, of your time, because it's not overcomplicated. You know, it's especially the way they've laid it out. They've laid it out really, really well on here. So let's have a look. We have 23, yeah, 22, and 24. So 24 and 23 go together because there's his little face and his little sword. It goes together and then it goes on top. Very, very straightforward. The only one that's a little bit different, let's have a look, see. Yeah, there's only one that's different, which is 28, 29, 30. So let's have a look for those pieces. There we are. So this 30, this 28, this 29. Now the difference is his body's pretty much already done. So what happens is number 28, which is his back piece, connects to this first from the back, obviously, and then this part is his face and one hand touching the ground. That's a good connection for him, actually, and then that glues on the front. So apart from that, everyone else is the same. Two body parts go together, and then the arms go across the back. Again, there's no point in me showing you all that because it's so simple. These are probably as simple as I don't know if they're actually simpler than the pink horrors, because the pink horrors is body 1, head 1, leg 1, any arms you want. So these are pretty much very simple because it's just 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on and so on. The Brimstone Horrors are actually just so easy. I'd probably give these guys a difficult rating of, I lean for a 2, but as you saw when I was putting this guy together, I dropped these arm pieces a good few times. So they are a little bit fiddly because they're smaller, but they are very straightforward. I stick with a 2. It's a difficult rating of 2 for this. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps. There's no need for me to show you the rest of them because it's very straightforward. Thank you for watching. if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, because it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel grow in a massive way. For everyone that follows the channel from from day dot and comments on videos and everything else, guys, thank you very much. It means a hell of the world to me. Absolutely, that you guys still follow and watch and comment and everything else. And everyone, just please smash the thumbs up button, because that triggers YouTube to share this video with more people. Before I head off, there's two things I want to say. I believe this is going to be Let's Build episode 98, which puts us one more episode of Let's Build, and then the big boy's been built. And it's gonna, well, I don't think I'll get them on camera from this angle. I'll have to move the camera back, because it is just, very big model. So the next one I'm going to build is probably Tyranid Warriors, I think, because I'm meant to be getting them done some point this week. I say that could be something else. I'm not sure yet, but anyway. And the second thing I'm going to say is, at the time of recording this video, there's only one more sleep until 10th edition is on pre-order. So guys, get yourself ready for that, because that's going to be a very big event. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.